What's up guys, and welcome to today's video. And what we're going to be talking about today is simply what I eat in a day. So I'm going to show you exactly how I structure my meals, what I eat for my first meal, second meal, third meal, snacks in between, everything. And in between there will be as well a leg workout. So this is actually going to be a high protein day, probably high carb as well. So when I train legs, I load a bit more on carbs, especially around the workout timing. So it's currently, this is a whoop, so it doesn't give the time, but I assume it's around 8:30 a.m. And some days I fast, some days I don't fast, but today I'm going to show you what I'm going to have before my workout. So it's not my pre-workout meal. It's not like I'm going to eat now and then I'm going to train in 20 minutes. So I'm going to have a good breakfast and then I'm going to drink a coffee. I'm gonna get some work done, and then I work out maybe in like 90 minutes or 2 hours, something like that. So let's dive right in. So what we're gonna be doing for the first meal. So what we're gonna be doing is for the first meal, as I told you numerous times, okay, so you don't want to load a lot on carbs when you're starting the day. So you want to keep your insulin levels low, especially as we age. So it's for metabolic purposes, for health purposes. You don't want to like have a massive amount of carbs when you're breaking the fast. My last meal was 12 hours ago, more or less, 8:30, yeah, so 8:30 p.m., 8:30 a.m., so we're talking about 12 hours. So when you're fasting like 12 hours, even 10 hours, 10, 12, 14, 16 hours, you want low carb, high protein, moderate fat. So that's exactly what we're gonna be doing. So we're gonna do eggs, then from the eggs, we're gonna do avocado, then we're gonna do cottage cheese, and we're gonna add some kefir. Okay, so that's basically it, right? Yes, exactly. So we're gonna combine all of this. So usually for breakfast, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do 4 eggs. Okay, so 4 eggs, then half avocado, cottage cheese, kefir, and I might add some nuts as well, maybe 4 or 5 walnuts. And I'm gonna cook the eggs with ghee, a great source of fat. So this is clearly one of the best ways, the best things that you can use to cook. This is grass-fed ghee. I have here olive oil as well, but for the sake of this breakfast, we're not gonna use olive oil to cook. And that's basically it. So now let's get it ready, and I'll see you soon to show you the final result. All right, so breakfast is almost ready, and not almost, but ready. So here we go, 5 eggs with half avocado. So what we have here, 100 grams of cottage cheese, 4 walnuts, half avocado. This is around, I would say, 60 grams. So I don't have the scale here, but it's around 60 to 70 grams. I know this because I usually weigh the food in when I'm in Dubai. So around 60 grams of avocado and 5 eggs. Besides that, I have here kefir, 150 to 100 milliliters, around that. So this breakfast gives me 50 grams of protein. Okay, so easy. In 7 minutes, I have 50 grams of protein, 20 grams of carbs, and around 55 grams of fats. Okay, so but I don't want to overcomplicate in terms of macros. What I want you to focus on the calories and protein. So this has around 750 calories, roughly 750 calories, 50 grams of protein, and that's it. Okay, so minimal carbs here, no insulin spike. Of course, every time you eat, you're gonna spike somehow your insulin, but the difference is that when you eat carbs, you massively spike your insulin, and then later you're gonna have a crash. It will affect your energy, it will affect your moods, it will increase as well fat storage, especially around the belly area. So that's why when you break the fast, when you're in a long period of time without eating, first meal, very important, low carb, high protein, which is this case. Okay, so 5 eggs here, all is set, and here in plastic plates here, because in Bali I'm trying to avoid washing the dishes and all these things, so trying to minimize. Anyway, not conversation for this video. Now let's enjoy this high protein breakfast. 750 calories, roughly 50 grams of protein, minimal carb, no energy crash after this. Later on, when we finish this breakfast, we're gonna have a nice coffee, get some reading done, laptop work, and then we're gonna crush a good leg workout. So this is what we have for the first meal. And best time of the day, double espresso. And man, double espresso here is something good. Now I'm drinking this coffee here in Body Factory Cafe, which is the cafe next to the gym where I've been training here in Canggu. Good breakfast, but I'm not full, so I'm feeling like satisfied. That's the beauty of having a high protein and fats, like a minimal carb. Like my energy is good, mental capacity is good, and I don't have any energy crash. I don't feel full, but I feel satisfied. So now I'm enjoying a double espresso before the workout. Maybe I'm gonna work out in 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, something like that. Just gonna get some reading. Currently I'm reading a book that it's blowing my mind. Let me know in the comments if you want to know the book. I'm not gonna tell you now, but it's a very nice one. Anyway, let's enjoy this cup of coffee and get ready to smash a good leg workout very soon. So back home after a brutal leg workout, so don't be surprised if my English gets a little bit messed up along the way, because my blood is still in my legs. So anyway, without further ado, second meal. So what we're going to be doing is, so I had a first meal, I had my coffee, I had my workout, and my lunch is not ready. So it will take maybe half an hour to prepare everything. I'm gonna do something I'm gonna show you in a while. But now, since I finished the workout and my body is highly receptive, we want carbs, so we don't want just protein. So if you want carbs, the best time for you to place those carbs is around the workout window. So either before the workout or after the workout, so around that time. Ideally after the workout, okay? So that's the best, because if you wake up, ideally you want like less carb intake, keep protein high, fats, low carb to control that insulin spike, keep carbs low, and then you allow carbs to be placed after the workout. So this is my preferred. There are people that they prefer carbs before the workout, so this all depends. I'm telling what works for me and something that you can try. So minimal carb in the morning, and then after the workout, load up on carbs. So what I'm gonna do here is very simple. Protein shake. I'm gonna do whey protein. So I could do a normal protein shake with water and whey protein, which is totally fine. So this all depends on the stage that you are. So if you want to build muscle, improve strength levels, and optimize performance, and you want to load up on calories or be in a calorie surplus, this is a good protein shake for that. If you're trying to lose weight, lose fat, get a bit leaner, or lose a little bit of fat, maybe you should do just water with whey. Okay, so this is gonna be like pure 30 grams of protein, minimal carbs. So again, it all depends on where you are. So for me, since I had a great workout, almost 1 hour, I walked 30 minutes before the workout, warm up, 30-minute walk, then 1 hour workout. So basically 90-minute session. So my body is highly receptive now for carbs, so it will make good use of that. So whey protein, I'm gonna do with 1 banana. I'm gonna add 5 grams of creatine. I'm gonna add 40 grams of oats, and I'm gonna add 250 milliliters of milk. Maybe I'm gonna add some berries as well. It's always good. So let's now prepare this, and we're expecting here maybe, I would say roughly 700 calories. This will leave me satisfied for maybe 30 minutes. In the meantime, so I'll drink this, I'll prepare my lunch, and then we have the second meal, which is kind of a third meal. This doesn't count as a meal. So let's say it's the second meal will be prepared along the way while my protein shake is being digested. So let's get this ready. Ready, here we go. This will give me around 700 calories. So I loaded on oats, 1.5 scoops of protein, almost 10 grams of creatine. So again, this is an example. Like if it's a rest day, for example, if it's a rest day, this might be heavy. Okay, so you need to adjust that. So for example, on a non-training day, less carbs. Like don't put oats, put berries, put protein, put creatine, milk or water, but don't put oats. If you're training, if you're working out hard, if you're getting your steps, and if you're lifting heavy, put oats. You're gonna make good use of that. So second meal, we can consider this as a snack post-workout shake. Now let's drink this and get ready for our second meal, which is gonna be lunch. So let's do this. Okay, as promised, now time to prepare lunch. This protein shake was satisfying. So it's good that I had one because this will still take a while. But what we have here is nothing fancy, nothing special. Boring gets you the results, and this is the most boring and effective meal that you can have, especially after the workout, which is chicken breast. Okay, so 250 grams of chicken breast. What I did is I just seasoned, very simple, with a little bit of salt. Actually, I'm gonna put a little bit more because I didn't put that much. We load up on salt, so don't be afraid of salt, especially if you're in hot weather or if you sweat a lot, if you have a lot of activity. Super important. You see this? I bought this 2 weeks ago. This is the amount of salt that I had in 2 weeks. Even more, because I have this one horsey salt and I have Himalayan salt. So I have Himalayan salt and this one. A lot of salt because I work out intensely. I do sauna like 3-4 days a week. I sweat a lot, I get steps, so this helps with hydration, it helps with muscle contraction, all your metabolic function. So don't be afraid of salt. Of course, it depends on your condition and your activity levels as well. So 250 grams of chicken breast with pepper. Okay, that's it. We're gonna add here a little bit more pepper as well. Didn't add that much. Like this. All right, enough. And we put it here to the side to get ready. And rice, good quality rice from Indonesia, organic rice. This is white rice. So the good thing about white rice post-workout is that it spikes your insulin. So it's high glycemic, it spikes your insulin, which means that it's a good thing. You want high glycemic, such as white rice, after the workout because your body is receptive. You're going to spike your insulin, you're going to absorb all the nutrients, and you're going to make better use of all the protein as well because your muscles and your cells are highly receptive. So white rice, great to have after the workout. So for example, you probably think that brown rice is healthier than white rice, but it depends what's healthier. So it has maybe more fiber, digestion is a little bit slower, but that's not what you want after the workout. So after the workout, ideally, white rice with a good source of protein such as chicken breast, which is a good source of leucine. In case you don't know, leucine is one of the branched chain amino acids that is responsible for muscle protein synthesis. Okay, so basically what's going to happen is that chicken will promote muscle growth along with carbs. So this is a great combination to have post-workout. This will give me around, I would say, 70 grams of protein. Okay, a good source of protein, and that will be it for lunch. Now, how I'm going to cook it? Very simple, with ghee again. Okay, so you can see this is 320 milliliters of ghee, and I bought 2 weeks ago as well, and it's almost gone. So I had almost 200 milliliters of ghee in 2 weeks, because I basically use this all the time to cook. So grass-fed ghee, great source. So I'm gonna use 1 teaspoon of this to cook the chicken breast. I'm gonna cook the rice as well, and we call it a lunch. So let's wait and see the final result. And here we go, ready. Probably not the fanciest meal that you were expecting, not the gourmet meal that you wanted to have, but a very efficient one, especially after a good workout. 250 grams of chicken, 250 grams of white rice, salt, pepper, that's basically it. This is 1 hour after my protein shake, so now I'm decent, so I can eat this. That protein shake is already on my quads, so my stomach is empty. Now let's enjoy this meal. What we have here is around, so roughly 700 calories, between 650 to 700 calories, and 50 to 55 grams of protein. In terms of carbs, more than 60 grams of carbs here, because we have a lot of rice, and no fats here. Just to remind you of something, after a workout you want to prioritize protein and carbs, not fats, because fats slow your digestion. That's why here you don't see any fat. So I have high protein and high fat with low carb, my first meal upon waking up, like, or 3 or 4 hours upon waking up, when you break the fast basically. And after workout you want to shift things, which is high protein. You keep always high protein, but then you play a bit with carbs and fats. You increase your carb intake and you decrease your fat intake, which is here. So here, 0 grams of fat, just protein and carbs. So second meal gives me around 50 grams to 55 grams of protein. As you see so far, we have breakfast, 50 to 55 grams of protein for breakfast, the eggs and cottage cheese and all these things that you saw. Then we had the protein shake, which gives me as well 45 to 50 grams of protein, because I had 1.5 scoop of protein and the milk. So around 50 grams of protein, 50 more grams of protein. So it's 2 p.m. now, and I already have 150 grams of protein. My weight is around 73 kilos. That means I could have, if we're aiming for 2 grams of protein per kilo of goal body weight, so my goal body weight basically is to maintain, so let's say 70 kilos, let's put it like that, 70 kilos, I could have 140 grams of protein per day, so 140 grams per day, and I would be fine already to grow muscle. And it's 2 p.m. and I already have 150, so which is already 2 grams of protein per kilo basically. So I'm 73 and a half. So let's say, yeah, 150 grams. So yeah, 150 grams would be the sweet spot for me. 2 grams, 2.2 grams of protein per kilo. Now we still have snack waiting, we still have dinner. So this day will be more than 200 grams of protein, definitely. And this is to show you how easy it is to get protein if you go to the right sources and if you know what you're doing. Now, let's eat this before it gets cold, and I'll see you on the next meal. Okay, and here I am after my shower, and in case you're wondering how was the sauna, I didn't go to the sauna because there was a massive storm here, and we didn't have electricity and the sauna was off, and yeah, and that's basically it. So no sauna, maybe tomorrow. Anyway, let's go back here to our last meal. Spinach is ready. So this is frozen spinach. I've done with a little bit of salt and olive oil. So this is ready. And now I'm cooking the sirloin steak. This is 220 grams grass-fed from Australia. Let me just open here to cook a little bit inside as well. And almost done. So what I usually, I like it medium, medium. So I usually do like 4 minutes on each side. But here in Bali, I'm being extra careful with everything, even though I know it's a great source and I'm cooking everything at home. I'm avoiding things medium, and I'm trying to do medium to well cooked. Okay, so the same thing with the chicken, with the steak as well. So almost well done. So this means instead of 4 to 5 minutes each side, I might do like 6 minutes to 7 minutes on each side. But it's almost ready, and this is gonna be our dinner: steak and spinach. Now, in terms of macros, what are the exact macros for 220 grams of grass-fed sirloin with 200 grams of spinach with olive oil? Can you give me the calories and the protein of this? I say grass-fed sirloin. So in terms of macros, very simple. This sirloin gives me roughly 50 to 55 grams of protein again. Spinach, basically no fats. The only fats that I have here in the spinach is from the ghee that I used at the beginning to cook the spinach, and I used now a little bit of olive oil to season. So minimal fats. So we're talking about around 630 calories the whole meal, with 50 to 55 grams of protein and roughly 44 grams of fat, because the sirloin has some fat. It was cooked in ghee, and that's basically it. Okay, so great meal as well. And as you see, we are already with more than 200 grams of protein. 50 grams for breakfast, 50 grams protein shake, 50 grams lunch, 50 grams dinner, and we are around with 200 grams, actually more, because every meal was around 55 grams. So we're talking around 220 grams of protein, which is a lot. Okay, so this is to show you how easy it is to get protein. It's not that difficult. So I didn't even need a protein shake, to be honest. Like, I have the protein shake because I like the taste and I love the feeling of having that massive protein shake after the workout. It's not that I need it. So try to get the protein mostly from whole foods, and then if you can't get it from whole foods, then you can supplement with whey protein. Now let's finish the steak, let's finish everything, and let's eat it. Okay, and here we go. Time to enjoy the last meal: steak, spinach, and I added a little bit of red cabbage, great source of probiotics, and that's how we're finishing the dinner and the day. So I don't know the exact numbers, because sometimes I track, sometimes I don't. This is just to show you that you don't need to track every single calorie if you eat decent food. So as you see, I ate a lot of good food, like steak, chicken, eggs, great protein shake, like oats and berries and banana, like completely satisfied. I had avocado in the morning, like I'm completely satisfied. I don't have any cravings. And from these 4 meals, 3 meals plus the protein shake, we're talking about roughly 2,800 calories, around that. A little bit more, a little bit less. So maximum 3,000 calories, which is of course on the upper side, but because I did my workout, I got my steps, so it was kind of an active day, and 220 grams of protein. So this video shows you exactly what I eat in a day, from the beginning until the end, how I break the fast, why I break the fast like that. Then the second meal, why do I have that protein shake after the workout, what you should be doing, or what I would do if I didn't work out. Then my meal post-workout after the protein shake, and now my dinner. And I believe it's already a long one, so I told you that you will have a snack at the end, but I'm not going to show the snack in this video. Why? For 2 reasons. First of all, because I had already enough calories. I believe it's more than enough, these calories and the amount of protein I had. I might have a little bit of dark chocolate after this, but I'm gonna leave that big snack that I like to have post dinner for another video. So let me know in the comments down below if you want to know my high protein snack that I have usually after this steak, something that helps me with sleep, with mood. It has at least, again, 30 or 40 grams of protein, and It leaves me completely satisfied without any cravings and without craving any junk. So just let me know in the comments down below if you want, and I'll do a full video with that snack because it's a complex one. It requires some preparation with a lot of ingredients, but I mean, in 7 minutes it's done, like 5 to 7 minutes. It's delicious, and yeah, I can't wait to show you. That's it for today, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video with me, this full day of eating, where I show you exactly what I eat. Now, again, let me know in the comments if you have questions, if you have suggestions, and don't forget to like, to subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one. Now, let's enjoy the steak, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's go.